then, behind these doors, when you are prepared to be the Avatar.
So there's been a bit of a gap between the first 3 episodes and us continuing watching Avatar, because we watched the first 3 episodes and we weren't overly enamoured with it, but we also didn't really understand why everyone was full on kicking off about it.
Yeah, so we're going into episode 4.
Where did we finish off? Because obviously I can't remember. We watched it quite a while.
Excuse me. It was the episode with Jet in Omashu.
Okay, so what will we be going into now?
I think it's Bumi.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
I think it's Bumi.
Should be fun then, if they do him right.
If you're doing right.
Yes, we shall see. So yeah, we're diving back into watching Avatar.
The live action.
We're not really strongly one way or the other after 3 episodes.
No, but I think we're a little more positive than the general consensus.
Than generally.
The original's definitely just way better.
Yeah, but we're enjoying like the visuals and stuff so far, aren't we? And I think they've got some things right.
Yeah, so this is going to be episode 4 of Netflix's live action Avatar The Last Airbender.
Hoping it grips us a bit more into...
Yeah, like we watched episode 3 like 2 weeks ago and we've not got round to doing this because it's not really been a priority.
Almost?
A little bit.
Awkwardly, yeah. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Wait, what?
There's been a mistake. The fires weren't my fault.
Oh, it's going to be like a day earlier, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Earth Kingdom soldiers aren't particularly tolerant, even under the best of circumstances. And these
Once again, it's super dark.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh,
that's always a
promising.
good sign, yeah.
No, it sounded like a pleasure scream, though.
Is it true? Were you working with the enemy?
Traitor!
Shame. Shame.
Yeah.
I was trying to protect you to survive.
I don't understand why the characters and dialogue in this version are so much less interesting.
Oh, hey, Bumi.
Yeah, it's the Bumi episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing all right with my forms, but
Sees things through only one lens. Victory or defeat.
I feel very confident that those 2 actors are not in the same room with each other.
You don't think?
No. I think this is shot
Lost along the way.
with someone off camera saying Aang's lines,
to catch me,
and then
so he
that
could
shot
win this war?
with someone off camera saying Iroh's lines.
Why would they do that, though? Just so they don't...
Because
get...
most of this show has been filmed in the volume, which is basically like a 5 metre by 5 metre room with a big screen around it.
He owes you that.
Also, like, he's casting green light, and he's not.
On the contrary,
Are they supposed to be in the same cell?
it is I
Because if they're in the same
who owe him
prison cell,
Why is the lighting different?
yeah.
far more than
I think if they were in the same prison cell, it show them both at the same time. They must be in separate prison cells.
Omashu's prison is deep in the
So what, they're talking to each other through a wall, or through... But that's what I
Through
mean.
walls?
There's no way those actors are in the same room together. Because you get no sense of the space at all.
It said that the founders of the city used
I don't know anything about the showrunner for this, or the director, or directors, or whatever. It feels like maybe this is the first big budget thing they've done. They've got that Netflix money, and they've just gone, oh, I want to use the volume, I want to do blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've got really excited about it because it's just so overused.
When really, shouldn't have focused on the budget, they should have focused on the characters and the authenticity of the characters. I mean, so far, it's okay, it's just...
But it is just okay.
Yeah,
the pit?
Right, there you go. They've been talking to each other across corridor.
right,
Right, so now I get it.
yeah.
there has ever been heard from again.
But I had no sense of that space until then. I still don't think in those scenes they were in the same room. Or maybe they were, but they weren't. Like, they weren't both in costume. That wasn't happening in real time. That was Aang's was all shot and Iroh's was all shot. I think it was edited together.
Maybe.
Looks like Falco from Neverending Story.
Oh, it does a bit,
that
actually,
head then, like a squash pig-nosed Falcon.
He was caught
There he is.
destroying property.
Don't look 100.
It's supposed to be about 110.
Yeah.
Pine bark, dried jasmine.
We witnessed the bending.
Wrong! He is not just an airbender.
How are you still alive?
I understand why they did it, but that's definitely a much younger actor in a lot of
Yeah,
makeup
yeah.
and stuff. But I understand why, because they fight, don't they?
Yeah, he's got a... it seems like an old man and then like sort of transforms, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a Yoda.
A feast.
Oh, I want a feast.
I love a feast.
I'm not even saying secret to old age is the right food. It's just like, is it worth it?
I'll die at 64 then. No worries. got another 32 years, that'll do.
Don't live to 100, Dad, but I live on pine leaves.
Oh, is this why she gets a flask one that she carries it, doesn't she?
Yeah,
So
to
she's
use
always
the
got
water.
water to
Yeah,
water
yeah.
bend with. That's why I'm like I'm water bend.
Alright. Look at.
Not everyone out there is the enemy.
If you stand against us, you are.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Maybe simple.
The yawns have started.
Like the firebenders.
To break it to you.
Oh, slowly man.
Get him, Katara. Yeah, soak him.
Goodbye, Jet.
That was pretty cool.
Look at the power you have. That's because of me.
That wasn't you. That was me.
Short ribs from Kangaroo Island.
I love when younger people act old.
What's that?
I love when young people act old.
Yeah.
Or younger people.
Leave.
Let us leave. Let us leave.
This is important. Don't you care?
Really?
Hey dear. He's proper crazy, Boomy.
You sure?
Yeah. Especially when they showed him as a kid. He was just a normal kid.
Yeah.
He was nuts as a kid as well.
Yeah. You literally, as soon as you see him, like, oh yeah, he's nuts.
I mean, with the stuff they've said in the interviews, they probably found Bumi's depiction in the cartoon to be offensive to people with mental health issues, or
Yeah, I guess.
so they've toned him down. But I don't think that was supposed to be the case.
No,
I
he's
just
just
kind
a
of
quirky
think
character.
yeah,
wasn't he?
I just think he was a bit
Wasn't actually supposed to be
his own
mentally
thing.
ill, was it?
No. What is going on?
I have no idea.
Oh,
This
this-
Sokka's dancing.
This is in the show, in the original. This is a completely different episode. Pretty sure it is. They travel through that cave, the giant mole rats,
Oh right.
and the song is how they get out. Or something I can't fully remember.
What we're doing. Harmony, music.
This is really very boring.
It is. Not good, is it?
Aren't that bad.
No.
Doesn't grip you.
Those are the tunnels.
Oh yeah.
See a bloody thing.
First Earthbenders.
Oh, that was it. Ledger moles. What did I say?
They built a
Giant mole
network of
rats.
tunnels
Yeah.
to meet secretly. Love is brightest in the dark.
Really bright in there then.
Always get worried though when I say something
It'll be okay.
wrong when talking about the original.
Could've been there.
But I'm pretty sure Aang was here for this meeting.
I don't
Yeah.
remember Aang getting captured and being in.
No, he does get
Oh, does
captured
he?
by Bumi, but Bumi captures him because he knows he's the Avatar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying is that Aang is here for the whole secret tunnel stuff and that story because it's a separate episode.
Yeah.
But I just, if I am right and I am remembering that right, it shows how much they don't understand the show because Aang constantly encounters stories of singular heroes. She ended the war. She could have killed them all.
Yeah.
And she put a stop to it. She ended the war without killing them all.
Yeah.
That is incredibly important to where Aang
Inspiring.
goes.
Yeah.
Laid siege to Ba Sing Se for 600 days. Someone might be tempted to
The whole show constantly has stories of these heroes that aren't yet. Like sometimes it's the Avatar, sometimes it's
Is there anything I can
Roku and
any more comfortable?
Kyoshi, but sometimes it's a regular
It's a-
Earthbender or a regular Firebender or whatever. Aang encounters these stories throughout the whole show to be inspired for the answer he finds, where
North is not good. There's fire all over the north.
I don't have a choice.
not having him there for some of them.
Yeah.
Word of advice to direct that's
Just-
not
yeah.
always the best path.
I get it.
He didn't experience that story now, did he?
No.
Of rock candy.
That was all candy. White Lotus.
It's pretty difficult to react to something that's
Is that what the map says?
70 to 80% nothing.
Map's unclear, but I got a
Pretty difficult. It's not exactly
Not exactly jumping out of our seats, are we?
no.
feeling, an instinct.
And this is why it's been 2 weeks since we've done it because
Love is brightest in the
I feel like if we weren't recording, I wouldn't have continued watching this.
You have to let it get
It's
dark.
it's boring.
Follow
Yeah,
the
it's
light.
It's super
That's how
boring.
you find the path.
On the floor. They're pretty random.
It's a path.
It says love is brightest in the dark. Not
What we thought of Avatar live action, just all my yawns.
Love is the answer. Love is all you need. Love makes the world go round.
Now you're listening to the minstrels?
It's like,
Sokka, wait!
Katara, what is your problem?
My problem is you're not.
oh yeah, I missed nothing.
Or noodles.
Noodles.
Mm. Seal jerky freaked me out.
Yeah, no.
I really think so.
Hot broth though. Noodles and hot broth. Oh.
What is surprising is that Netflix have announced season 2 and 3.
Never know.
And so soon after season 1 coming out, because that's not usually how Netflix operate. They like to leave it a few months to see what the viewing figures are, and then they'll just go, oh yeah, we cancelled that show.
Yeah.
Because it didn't meet some arbitrary figure they had in mind.
By the time we put the fires out, there was nothing left of him to bear.
See?
Fair enough.
He's pretty, he was
Yeah,
a bit of a
Fair enough
monster.
that you punched him.
He was nice.
Take that back. Sorry, Mr. Earthbender. Why does that always happen in like shows and stuff? Take one bite of an apple and
One
it
bite,
always
and
gets
then-
thrown.
Yeah.
When I go to sleep at night.
The cool apple throw.
I quite enjoy how the best acting in the show has been from Earthbender Guard B.
No, yeah, I know.
War pushes us to the
But I think that's because we've not got a character
what we find there.
already in
To
our
reference,
minds to
maybe,
Sorry for
yeah.
what you did. You know nothing of loss.
Incorrect.
He'd won it for finishing first in his officer class. He said,
The song that he sings in the original's playing.
someone destined to do great things. He gave me strength.
The music was giving me goosebumps.
Hmm?
The music was giving
I
me
know, yeah.
And Jet, he helped me through some things. He lost family.
That was not you. That was
All
me.
those memories
Yeah,
he
Jet,
had.
help me.
Got me to see that
Right.
Right.
how mom died and
No, Mom, he's a good guy, I promise.
He's not a bad boy.
That was my true calling. Besides my superior fighting skills,
Sokka.
Ooh, didn't like
What I
that.
said about you and Dad. Dad never had to bear that kind of burden alone. You had it harder than him.
Your life sucks.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of like,
The curse.
your life is worse than Dad's.
unless
Earthbending badger moles.
Badger moles.
Yeah, behind these doors. So every young person acts as if
You are prepared to be the Avatar.
you are prepared to be the Avatar.
Whether you are prepared or not.
Games test none to make any sense.
I'm a good old woman.
Mm.
Oh, my corns.
Oh, my corns.
Happy kid who loves to see
Rita.
and always thinks about his friends.
Oh dear. It's all about games with you, isn't it, Avatar?
Cares about, oh, saving the
You have to
world.
scrunch your face too.
It reminds me of something. I don't know what it is though.
Versus me.
He is doing the full Yoda thing.
Yeah.
Ew. And then he's gonna go boom.
Brr.
All of a sudden not shaking.
I want to see him. Show me the badger mole.
I know. Just show me a badger mole right now.
You better show
Oh,
him.
it's gonna do it. And we're not gonna be able to see it because for
Yeah.
some reason the show's really dark on this TV. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I can sort of see it.
Oh, I can see a bit of a glint
Oh,
of
it's pretty
light.
cool actually. Badger mole. Bear mole?
Come back to the chocobos.
I know, I don't remember Chocobos being in
Avatar.
yeah, the original show.
Go on, get Zuko. To be fair, when they're bending, it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is boring.
It's all the talking that isn't really for anything.
Yeah. I do like how they've done bending though.
Yeah.
It's cool. I look forward to seeing the lightning.
Oh yeah. Probably not gonna be this season though, is it?
No.
But that is gonna be cool.
I love how the arms of his thing are all singed.
I didn't notice that. Well, Iroh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
His
didn't notice
cups
that.
are all singed. Oh. I'm just yank that out for
There
you.
you go. Oh, bleed out.
You know what you say about it when you're getting impaled? Pull it out.
Yeah, you had no idea how long that was. It could have been. He could have pulled it and he just kept coming about this
Long
long.
on the end.
Yeah. Also, they're fire benders. cauterize it.
Yeah, cauterize it.
Because that's the only injury sustained, but now he's limping, so it must be deep enough that he's gonna bleed.
Affecting his function.
Although maybe movies and TV shows have oversold what cauterizing the wound can do.
Well,
Like it's a fix-all. I'll just burn that hole.
to be fair, I think the pain of it being burned can make people go into shock.
Yeah.
Like when they used to just shove your leg in tar to cauterize it. So
that's mental. Like, why?
it was like 50-50 chance you'd probably die anyway.
You're not gonna die.
But I think the survival rate was like 3%. It's not stupid.
That's not what guided all my
But they didn't have any other.
Didn't you just say 50-50? It doesn't really add up, does it?
I did it at CFC, I don't remember.
Oh, it's
It's
while ago, that.
History of medicine.
by feeling anger.
I'll have to look it up.
but mostly love. Love is brighter
Yeah.
in the dark.
I think the best way to get through this is probably talk about different things like cauterizing wounds.
Leg tar survival rate.
How do you think they do with verbal commands? Excuse me, Mr. Badgermole? We'd really appreciate if you could show us the way to the palace.
So that wasn't a verbal command. That was just talking English to it.
Excuse me, sir?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's pretty jacked. Woo!
Yeah, and that's why they had to cast someone younger.
Yeah. Because for some reason the rest of his body hasn't aged.
But that, it was like that in the show, though.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
I know.
proper wham. I mean, definitely not trying to insult the guy, but you would have cast someone a little bigger than that.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be 110, so it's still impressive if it was 110.
True. Maybe they're trying to balance it out.
You left us.
Not that that's a bad physique or anything.
No.
It's not at all. It's just I thought they would have cast someone just a bit bigger than that.
You left us. It's time for the games to end.
He's not got as much of an old man voice in this spice either.
No.
He's not so like there.
No.
He's a bit more subtle with it.
You look, you can't, yeah. I know what you mean.
Is doomed.
See, when it does important character scenes, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying like the main scenes too.
So much of it is just two characters talking nothing to each other.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm gonna save the world. With my friends.
The power of friendship.
Like a child.
I know what it reminds me of. Johnny Knoxville when he dresses up like a grandma.
yeah.
Oh, that bad grandpa that he did. What it was reminding me of.
Yes, Your Highness.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Fire Nation forces.
I don't think I ever watched it. It's just the character
Yeah.
for some reason.
Tipped us off.
It's gone back to
Yeah.
The
I've not got my fighting voice on anymore.
city.
spies in the city. No.
All of you.
Well, at least they did that.
Yeah, I was about to say at least they kept that, and they've done the zoom out with the my cabbages.
You want to come with me?
Actually, I was a little unfair when I said the acting of the Earthbender Guard B was the best because Iroh's great.
Yeah.
Because
How about
there is a bit of overacting going on in other characters, but with Iroh, it's not overacting. It's that positive attitude that Iroh always puts out in spite of what's actually going on inside.
Yeah.
So because there's other overacting,
Until I find the avatar.
it feels like that's happening again sometimes, where it's not. It's not the same thing.
A very long time before we return home.
And I think the bit when it was in the past at his son's funeral, when he was sat on the chair, just the way he was staring forward.
Yeah. It
was-
was really good.
He was just sat there staring, but
Lost.
it felt like there was
Yeah.
more.
He's on this boat.
He's got very emotive eyes.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Then there's that
Yeah.
shimmer that's there. Like there's emotion, but he's putting that front across.
Yeah. His eyes are saying something else.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
I think when we see Ozai more as well, I think he's going to nail it as well. I think he's going to be great. Ocarina.
Finish it off with a yawn.
Ugh, right. Okay.
I like Bumi. I think they did him all right.
Yeah.
Turned up a little bit, but I do see what you were saying about that.
About what?
Like them not wanting to seem crazy, too crazy. But I just felt like it needed a bit.
But
more
I think
work.
once you get rid of these things, once you get Sokka doesn't make ill-advised sexist remarks anymore. Oh, Katara isn't the mother of the group because women can be more than mothers, even though Katara is so much more than that.
Anyway,
yeah. She
Sokka learns from and grows from.
They all
they all do.
Katara is such an important character for every character in the show. I think once you start removing these bits because, to put it bluntly, you don't want to offend women, and then you don't want to offend this group, and you don't want to offend people that have struggled with mental health, you don't want to offend people that are a bit quirky and things like that. Once you start being too overly concerned with those things, and you just start ripping characters apart, what you end up doing is, instead of having ups and downs of life, you flatten it out into this
monotonous
almost nothingness, and that's what this show's coming off as. That's why it feels so empty. That's why when people are just talking to each other, it's not engaging, it's not interesting.
No.
They're just saying words. They're
like
just
I said,
saying
any of the lines could belong to any of the characters, and it wouldn't matter.
Exactly.
You could swap them, and it wouldn't matter.
But where, like in the original, only really Sokka says those dumb sexist stuff, and that, whilst they are wrong, the show teaches you that they're wrong by having loads of powerful women that constantly make him an idiot, look like an idiot as soon as he says something stupid. And that's how that's how as a kid and as a young person and even as an adult you go, oh yeah, that is a pretty dumb opinion. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between making a show that's sexist and that attacks or ridicules men or women, either way. And then there's a difference between having a character that's sexist and he's an idiot
and
for having those opinions and he's proven wrong.
I think the worst thing is, if you got lines from the original series, you'd be able to tell who was saying them. Like, there'd be a line about Sokka definitely said that, or, Aang definitely said that, or Katara definitely said that. And I don't feel like you get that from this.
No, it could be anyone.
It could be anyone talking.
Also, there's a quick note of something that I've noticed. I noticed watching the other episodes, and I've noticed again. I know that was obviously very focused on Bumi, and Aang wasn't even with Katara the whole episode. But we're halfway through the series. He's not done any other elemental bending.
No.
At all. He's not done anything with Katara by a river.
No.
She's not teaching him anything from the water scroll, even though she's learning.
No, it's just air.
Like,
is he gonna learn?
He's supposed to have started learning water bending with Katara by now.
Water. Yeah.
But they seem to have very much segmented that as though he's going to learn that at the Northern Water Tribe. They're going to teach him, but I mean, we're going to have to get to the end of the show and see the way it happens. I mean, it could open. Yeah, episode 5 could open with the water bending.
Yeah, it could do.
Together. So I don't know, but it's just something I noticed at the minute. Because I expected, because I think episode 2 they were by a river, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
she's going to do it. She was going to show him the because that's what they started with, but didn't happen. The key thing at the minute is the characters are almost universally incredibly flat.
Yeah.
Because you're removing the negative aspects of the characters to try and... Well, I don't know the full reasons why, but it seems like you're trying to not offend or upset certain groups or certain people. I don't think you can show that sexism is wrong by never showing it.
No, you can't.
This is how you're going to raise children that aren't going to understand why sexism is wrong, why racism is wrong, why...
Because they've never seen it.
Any of these things are wrong because they've never seen it. They've never experienced media, whether that's books, TV, movies, video games, whatever, that express any sort of negative character traits or prejudice, because characters have to be all good and all perfect.
Yeah.
When you start taking these bad parts out of people, out of characters, you're going to start doing it with villains as well, and it has been done with villains, and I don't understand how you're going to make media content doing that.
Like, who are the heroes defending against if there's no actual villain? It's like watching PJ Masks.
Yeah.
Everyone's just friends. Like, you protect obviously young children from that sort of thing, but it's not the real world. Like,
no.
Yeah, it's the only way you're going to experience it, unless you're experiencing it firsthand. And if the first time you're experiencing it is experiencing it firsthand, it's going to be a damn sight worse than understanding it before experiencing it.
Yeah.
Or while experiencing it. Yeah.
Okay, so that was Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode 4. It was.
We enjoyed the main scenes that were
completely butchered the B story with
Yeah.
the cave and the tunnels and the badger moles and the song and stuff. Like
the in-between bits were just blah. But
some-
the bending, the scenes where they were bending were the best scenes.
which has been the consistent theme
yeah.
for all the episodes so far. But yeah, if you want to see more, then subscribe. If you like the video, then like it and
Comment.
comment below. And what did you think of episode 4 of Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender? Let us know.
Who's your favourite character?